Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we are going to be profiling my friend's Skull Servant deck. I've always loved this deck. It's a fun deck. I actually play it myself from time to time, especially around the holidays. But I thought you guys would enjoy this, and you said this was a 60 card version of the deck. So I hope you guys all enjoy it, and without further ado, I'll let him take over. So go ahead, man.
Alright, so first card, obviously one of the best. Commons, Skull Servants.
It's his first deck profile. Yeah, 3 Skull Servants. Yep.
3 Skull Servants.
That used to be the joke of every Yu-Gi-Oh players.
It used to be the common that was always in every pack.
I was like, oh my gosh, this card's horrible.
Yep.
Now they're good.
Next one to go for is triple White Mare. Awesome card.
Their piece of little paper. No.
Again, other triple White Prince.
Because what are your supers or secrets? Bosh. Yeah, they're the same thing as mine. So just put this in there.
Then finally the King Boss. 3 Skull Servants. King of Skull Servants.
Just put that in the back of it. It's back where we just know which one.
3 Lady in White to help protect King of Skull Servants.
There you go.
Then finally the end of the Skull Servant part, White Princess, to finish it off.
So how does the deck work? You want to explain it to anybody, like what this piece does? For people that are not familiar with the deck?
Certainly. So I'll go over the Skull Servant part first. Now, White Princess, you normal special summon her. I believe it's normal or special summon. Send a White Prince to the grave, and when you send, let me whip that out. When you send him to the grave, then you dump a Lady in White and a Skull Servant from your deck to the grave. So you mill them. The thing is though, the catch with this is you have to have at least one of these, each of these in your deck, otherwise you can't activate his effect.
So you're only running 3 of this?
Oh no.
You're running more of them?
I already
oh, you showed them? Okay.
Yeah, I showed them.
Sorry guys, I'm helping a friend out over here as well.
Yep. And which is why you always try to send this guy to the graveyard so you can keep sending both a Lady in White and a Skull Servant. And you saw that I ran like 3 of each. So you can fill up your deck up with Skull Servant cards. Because at the end of the day, this guy, King of Skull Servants, he gets 1,000 attack for every named Skull Servant card in your graveyard and named King of Skull Servant cards in your graveyard. And when he's destroyed by battle, you can banish one named Skull Servant card and then bring him back if he's destroyed by battle. And this one, I mentioned her before. She protects all level 3 or lower zombie type monsters except herself. From spell trap cards. The only weakness for him that you want to protect him against is monster effects. And that's like the big Skull Servant part. I'll go over White Mare. So White Mare, what you can do with him is you can discard him, and you can select one removed from play, Skull Servant or White Mare, and return to the graveyard, or discard him and select one removed from play, like Lady in White or King of Skull Servants, and then you can special summon one of these. Alright, that's the end of the Skull Servant part. Now onto the rest of the 60 cards. 2, Shimurayu Solitaire. Tribute this guy. This guy is like instantly an Omega, essentially. So you tribute him, you get out a Unizombie. I run 1 Unizombie, because that's all I feel I need. 1 Unizombie. Tribute him, use Zombie's second effect to send a zombie monster to the graveyard. That's where you want to send 3 I run 3 Mizuki too. You want to send a Mizuki, then you banish a Mizuki, and you bring Solitaire back. And then when you bring Solitaire back, he's level 4, and this guy's level 4 because of the second effect, and then you make it into an Omega. and then you can usually keep that during the you want to keep that during your turn. That way you can use Omega to target one of your banished monsters, which would be one of these Mizukis, and then you send them back into your graveyard for your next turn. Then finally Shinryu Spirit Master. Now why I have this guy in my deck is because I run 2 of these Fairy Tail Snow. You banish this guy with using Fairy Tail Snow, and you're able to pop like 1 face-up card on the field, and which is really great to get over some cards. And then finally, Fairy Tail Snow. This card is an amazing card. You like have her in pretty much. This is a Skull Silver deck, but you have her in pretty much every 60-card deck that you make. Banish 7, special summon her like any time from the graveyard, like literally any time. Like battle phase, oh I need that extra 1,850 attack. You can special like summon her then by banishing 7. So like have your King of Skull Servants attack first, and you can like special summon her and then swing for the rest. Or like she's also like pretty much a Book of Moon, whenever you want. The next part that's pretty atypical, but like makes it better because it's a zombie, is Ash Blossom Enjoy Spring. Now this card is like amazing because, well, first pretty much every deck runs like at least 1 or like 2 Ash Blossoms, some hand traps, but we can run 3. And what's better is that it's a zombie tuner. Now this means that like sometimes you can make a Black Rose off of this. Like say I have this in my graveyard, and then I'm able to like get back Fairy Tail Snow, and then I can Black Rose from that. But like I get this back through Mizuki, and so that this pretty much means like a Black Rose after I use it.
Yep.
Next, 2 Ghost Ogre, really solid card. I find myself using it pretty often against like decks that I play against, and like it's also a tuner, so level 3 tuner. So you get back like Snow or like another level 4, or what would equivalent to that, and you make Black Rose Dragon. I also include a Performance Engine in my deck, which is so how this works is it works part of the plant engine that I have too, which is I use to cycle out cards and send them to my to my graveyard or set my field. So what you do is usually when I guess I'll start. Should I start with the Brilliant Fusion engine first, because this is part of the Brilliant Fusion?
No, you can go to that afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. But you're running the Brilliant Fusion engine deck, right?
Yeah.
All right.
This is a key part of the Brilliant Fusion engine. So part of the Brilliant Fusion engine, you have to ditch a send a Gem Knight and 1 Light Monster to the graveyard. So what you do is you send this guy.
Damage Juggler.
Yeah. Send a Damage Juggler to the graveyard. Send him, banish him, then you can get one of these 2 back. I usually get this guy back because you can special summon Performance Hat Tricker. If you have if there are at least 2 monsters on the field, then you can special summon him.
And that helps you go for your rank 4s and your Exceed plays and your Synchro plays that you have.
Yep.
Use stuff.
Like I use them to like get like maybe Castel or like Tornado Dragon or like different.
Pop the back row so your Skull Server can beat over stuff.
Yep, pretty much. And then Trick Clown, I use him for another card that I guess I'll keep him around to explain when that card comes up.
Go ahead, man.
Heroic Challenger.
You're doing good.
Thanks.
No problem, man.
Alright, so now I'll bring this guy back.
Yeah.
Now into the plant engine. Let me grab them. 3 Moan Fire Blossom. I use this to cycle into this prayer plant, Orpheus, is that how you pronounce it?
Yep.
Orpheus Scorpio. Use it to cycle into him to eventually get the final plant, prayer plant Cobra.
This deck is so fun.
So what you do is use this card to like find this, or if you already have this card in your hand, this is normal summoned or special summoned. Ditch a card, discard a card, and you get this card. And when this is special summoned this way, you add Brilliant Fusion to your hand.
Yep.
And so that's pretty much how that works. Right. This is the 1 Gem Knight Garnet. Like you have to have one for the Brilliant Fusion for Seraph Knight.
Yep.
And then finally, Heroic Challenger. These two cards are best friends.
That is true.
When this card's sent to the graveyard, you can take 1,000 damage. Special summon, I believe it's one. It doesn't have, yeah, 1 per 4 mage. So it doesn't have to be this card. 1 per 4 mage card from your graveyard. But when you take that 1,000 damage, bring this or like 1 per 4 mage back. Because you take damage, this guy comes back too, and it means just like you make a rank 4
Instant
from that.
links,
Yeah,
succeeds, whatever the case may be.
it's fantastic.
Makes sense. It's the old way we used to play it in Pepe format, it seems like.
This needs to be run every 60-card deck. That grass looks greener.
Does it get ashed a lot?
Yes, it can, which is why I'm messing around with potentially Psyframe Gamma in my deck.
To negate that, so you can make sure.
Which is something to think about, because what you do is, with the Psyframe Gamma, is you play a spell or trap card, so you want to like bait out Ash with it, and then you instantly like Psyframe Gamma. It cancels Ash, and you instantly get an Omega. That's what it means. You get an Omega from it. That means they pretty much went like -2, and then your card goes through. So
that works.
Yep, it's something I'm messing around with. I have to make some room,
especially with hand traps nowadays. Now, is this card a 2 of or 3 of now? I can't.
2 of.
2 of. Okay.
Yeah, you do so much banishing because I might not have mentioned it with White Prince. With White Prince, you can banish him and 2 other named Skull Servants. All your Skull Servant cards you see, like White Princess, everyone, they're all named Skull Servant when they're in the graveyard.
Correct.
So you banish him, 2 other named Skull Servants, and then you get a King of Skull Servant from your deck. So this is a quick effect. So pretty much you can like pass that and then just get all those zombies.
Add your Skull Servants back or your Mizukis or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times if you're trying to kill somebody, I've always found you're trying to add more Skull Servants in to make them bigger. If you already got a board build. Or if not, Mizuki's always good to bring back too.
Yeah, Mizuki's like, yeah. It's like sometimes I brought like 3 Mizukis back with 1 burial. And then they're just like, oh, God.
How easily can the deck go into a Mega? That's my question.
Oh, super easy.
Super easy?
Yeah, super easy. Like I run one unit zombie. That's all I need.
So you can keep.
Yeah, I just keep recurring them back.
Makes sense.
Because you don't want unit zombie in your hand is the thing.
You want them in the field or the grave.
You want them you want them in the grave. To bring back from Mizuki. Yep. 3 Brilliant Fusions. That's what you use with the.
These are not high rarity, sir. I don't know. I mean,
they're not high rarities. This deck was already expensive enough as this.
Especially with those left arm offerings, you were telling me how expensive that stuff is now.
Oh yeah, the left arm offerings. So Brilliant Fusion, and of course there's so many dark monsters in this deck.
Real like hands down.
Hands down, Allure of Darkness.
And plus, banishing it doesn't mean it's banished. You can actually add it back through different means.
Yeah, and then that's why we have like Burial from a different dimension, so we can like add.
Because sometimes I've done with that. I don't know if you have, but like I'll banish a Skull Servant and then I'll add it back.
Oh yeah.
Different means that it's just a free +2.
Oh yeah, and then of course only 2 left arm offering. This is that grass is greener. This card is so good. And it stinks that they only printed it once because of the price. But you only need 2 of these. 3 is like coggy because you want to maybe like if you get one in your hand, then that's awesome. But you do not want to be top decking this in the middle of a duel because of the cost. You have to like banish at least 2 cards from your hand to get a spell from your deck, and you don't want to like that be happy in the middle of a duel. So like 2 is great, but 3 is too coggy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
1 soul charge. So much stuff is going to the graveyard. Might as well use it. 1 for 1. Obviously, you get
different. Makes sense.
King of Skull Servants right there. Or like it's like, oh, I want to like power up my king more. You get like a
White Prince out. Yeah, that's true.
White Prince to the field, and you like send him away like maybe linking or something like that. And then when he's sent to the graveyard, you get more power for your king. And then Foolish Burial.
It's gotten really loud. I'm sorry about that, guys. I just noticed that.
Yeah, Foolish Burial.
Yep.
Then I run one pop Desires, even with the banish. Like sometimes, because I run a Sayuja Skull Dread.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when you have to like have this to get the extra draw, it's worth risking the banish.
True.
My favorite card.
I saw that. Reasoning. 60 cards. Why not?
When you open this card and you're going first and you play it, it's the most satisfying thing ever. When they say like 4, but there's so many level 1s and like level 3s in this deck. Like there's always something good that will happen with this, because even if they guess it right, everything's sent to the graveyard. More often than not, that's like, oh, Skull Servant's in the graveyard. So you can use that for fuel for Fairy Tale Snow or fuel for King Skull Servant. So yeah.
You do know that came out as a holo, right?
Oh, it did?
It's a gold rare. I know it sucks, but it's a holo.
You want me to do extra deck or sideboard?
Extra deck first.
Extra deck first? Okay. So
let me just check the time, that's all. You're good, keep going, man.
Alright, so
yeah, you're good.
So you use this guy. This is part of the Brilliant Fusion engine combo. Use this guy to get him on the field. And then from there, you go overlay into Mrs. Radiant. And you get this guy on the field by having this 2 plant cards, the one that gives you the Brilliant Fusion.
Scorpio and the other one,
Scorpio. And then you get like Mrs. Radiant on the field. And
so you get your Brilliant Fusion and you get your Mrs. Radiance.
Yep.
Works for me.
And then you use that the Brilliant Fusion to get a Gem Knight Seraph Knight, which gives you another normal summon. And then by this time I have Perform Mage Hat Tricker in my hand, so I just special summon him. And then I usually go either I'm able to summon again, well, use the normal summon again and go into Skull Grid, or I'll go into Curios. It depends on what I want to do.
Yeah.
Curios, this card's amazing. It's always like a battle between like whether I want to like send something good, like maybe a Soul Charge to the graveyard. Because when this card is destroyed by your opponents, I believe it's card effects and battle.
I believe it is too.
Yeah. Destroy card effects and battle, like goes to, pretty much when it's sent to the graveyard, you add whatever card you want from the graveyard to your hand.
Which works well because you can.
Yeah.
And you have so many things you could like add grasses back.
This card also mills 3 into your graveyard when you like
summon it.
Well, no, when you send a card to your graveyard.
Oh, send a card.
So you like use expect send this to the graveyard, then you instantly like
pitch Mizuki, pitch whatever.
Yeah. And so your Skull Dread, this is just like super graceful charity. Like this card was like I think the most expensive card in the deck, like $60, but it was worth every penny for how.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if that would be the first Link monster banned or like banned. I would not be a bit surprised.
It's so good. I mean, it's
such a damn good card.
It's a graceful charity. There are a lot of level 3s in this deck.
That's all you got, the Dante I gave you.
Yeah, the Dante. They're just like, they're just so many level 3s that if you just like have to like, oh, I need to like pitch more material, use them for that. Basic Underclock Taker. I needed to like open up my link zones. Use him.
You can just lay them out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So your Leviair, what are your level 3s you had? You said you had.
That's the last level 3.
Last level 3. So just put Dante and the rest out there so people can see.
Certainly. These are my level 3s.
Yep, and just stack your other stuff on top.
Yep.
He's still learning. He's doing good though. He's doing good.
Then level 4s.
Yep. So you got those. You Castel. Oh, Amaterasu, how's that working for you?
Alright, on the occasion, I can get, this is like for the really nice occasion, I can get 3 level 4s out. So how this works is I special summon a banished monster to the field. So let's say like I banish like a King of Skull Servants or like Lady no, I didn't banish. I special summon a King of Skull Servants or Lady in White. I can like do that during my turn. But during the this is why this card's so good. This is I believe Ascension. The reason why I use this is because what you want to do is, so like say with Fairy Tale Snow, I banish an ash.
Yeah.
During my opponent's turn, I can add that ash right back
to your hand, and then you have a hand trap.
Yeah, then you have a hand trap. This card, when you can get this card out and you can use it to its fullest, it is so good.
That works for me.
Yeah.
And what was the? I saw you had some fusions in there. Did you already show, was that Gemini and everything? You already showed that off.
Oh,
Yeah.
I showed Gemini. Yeah, I already showed Gemini.
Yeah, that, and yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Oh, that's a DT one too.
The King, Black Rose Dragon. There's so many ways that this deck can get to this card, and then you just like wipe out your opponent's stuff and bring in King of Skull Servants. He swings with like
blow up the world.
Instant attack. I'll say this card's awesome too. You just only get rid of him by like banishing pretty much.
Hey man.
And then finally, like Omega, I love this card so much. There's like the fact that he has a quick effect for his activation is insane. Because like people might be like, oh, torrential tribute or something like that. You're just like, oh, activate his quick effect. Send him, banish him and one other card in your opponent's hand. Yep. And when this card is in the graveyard too, I can put something back into my deck. So like sometimes I use that to send my Black Rose back into my extra deck. That way I can like have it for later to summon again. Alright, we'll have to quickly go over sideboard. Forbidden Chalice, amazing card. Just negate your opponent's monster effects. Sideboard, triple Twin Twisters. Dark Hole. Did some cheeky stuff like Trap Eater. Like, oh, they're like run a lot of continuous traps. Side in Trap Eater. Monster Reborn. Droll and Lockbird. Some really cheeky stuff too. This Fossil Dyna. This card, it's like if you draw into your hands, people don't know it. Like neither player, when this is face up, neither player can special summon. But when it's flipped face up, it destroys all special summon monsters.
Last call for sign-ups. Please come to the front if you've not already done so.
Then these are the last three. Boyogre, Witch Dweller, Mikael. And that's it.
None of those I made.